Father God, we thank you for bringing us together. We thank you for the unity. Father God, we ask that you let us operate in love and peace. Lord, we ask that you let our light shine. We ask that you let our voices be heard. We ask that you speak to us and through us. And we ask that we get the message to whoever it needs to reach. Thank you. And amen. Amen.
Amen.
Welcome back. We are so excited to be here.
Let's wake up, wake up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, wake up, wake up, wake up, let's wake up, wake up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Hello, I'm Tabitha. I'm a nurse and I also offer insurance, life, heart attack and stroke, cancer, and multiple other types of insurances. And I'm also a musician and an artist as well.
I'm Rainey, and I am the owner of Cater to You Kitchen, owner and operator. And we're here to cater every event that you need. And also, I am starting my journey as an insurance agent again. So holla at me for the insurance, fire, content, car insurance. Holla at me.
I am Michaela, owner of PLP Couture and Plug Talk. I have my own clothing line and now my new beauty line. We offer cosmetics, hair, custom clothes, pretty much anything that you want. As far as Plug Talk is concerned, I basically help people start their businesses from start to finish, teaching them strategies on how to make real money and not just look like money.
Hi, I'm Aisha. I'm pharmacy tech, wife, mother, and business owner of Kyrie's Home Remedies. We offer and sell sea moss, elderberry, moringa, all those good things to get your body in shape so you don't have to get those prescriptions and go see those doctors on that level. But we are the wake-up call, and we're back.
We are so excited to be here. We have been gone for a while, but we are back live and in full effect. We've been out all day enjoying the Juneteenth festivities.
So much has been going on within life for everyone, which is why we had a delay in our showing, premiering, whatever you want to call it.
In our episodes.
But we're back, and we're here to drop some knowledge. So today is June 19th, 2021, and the federal holiday of Juneteenth was just passed. The bill was passed, what, yesterday? Or
2 days ago.
2 days ago. 2 days ago. And this is a huge day for black people. But it is also, it has its hidden, treasures in it too that we also need to know. So on today, we will be discussing that.
We'll be discussing when the Emancipation Proclamation happened, how did it occur, how long it took for it actually to be taking place in the South, and we're just going to be discussing how modern day slavery really still exists. The Emancipation Proclamation was done in September on the 22nd of 1862 by Abraham Lincoln. He actually passed that, but it took 3 years for it to make it down in the Confederacy states, which is the states in the South. And it didn't actually take place until 3 years later when the Union Army actually came down into Galveston, Texas, and made it take effect.
But the whole reason that the emancipation was passed was so that the Confederate soldiers could lose assistance on their farms and in their households, so that they would have to go home and take care of home, because the soldiers were fighting and were getting the best of the Union. But if we take your slaves and now you're gonna have to go home and take care of what's at home. You can't fight. So ultimately it was just passed as a war tactic. But we took it and we ran with it because that's who we are. There were millions of slaves, or there were so many slaves that did escape when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. But in Texas, only in Texas, was it, the slave owners wanted to keep their slaves. They wouldn't listen to what Abraham Lincoln had said. They wanted their slaves to stay slaves, and it be that. So, when he passed the emancipation, the slaves left and they joined the Union Army to fight for the to fight the Confederate soldiers. And, you know, truthfully, they putting black people in the army to fight. Like, to just kill them off, like, you know.
Taking them away from their families, taking them away from their loved ones, taking them away from, you know, just the lifestyles and the help that was necessary and needed, especially for our black communities and our black people, because we're pretty much the only ones, not saying that other races don't deal with it, but we're the ones with the broken households. So it played a part in that as well, just another way to keep our culture and our race down. And that's even to this day, as far as modern day slavery. You know, slavery still goes on, they just made it look good. They made it look cute. But it's very well, and mainly still in the South. Because I have traveled and seen the difference in other states. And certain things, certain slave points, is mainly still down in the South.
We are definitely still slaves. Only difference is we don't live with them. They still kill us. They still beat us.
Right.
They still hang us in certain areas. Some
Yes,
places
they do.
we're not even welcome after certain hours.
Right.
So I just say wake up, do your research, really get in tune with what's really going on, because it's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that a lot of people that's really not in the know don't know.
Right.
And another thing about, you know, just the whole history behind Juneteenth, once the Union soldiers came and announced it on the balcony, like the headquarters came and announced it for the slaves, they just left. It wasn't, you know, back and forth. They took off and they did what it was that they wanted to do from that point on. But there, like I said, there were many that had already left. So, you know, they celebrated on this day, but it's just now becoming a federal holiday. It was always celebrated within Texas, and it just spread it throughout the world, because everywhere people know about Juneteenth and know the history on it.
But another question I think that we should ask ourselves, why did it take this long for them to actually acknowledge it?
Yeah.
That's the question. And you know, we have to keep our eyes open. Like you said, we got to wake up, because just because we have a holiday that's national now, are they going to stop shooting us? Are they going to stop discriminating against us on the jobs? Are they going to stop locking us up for petty crimes? No, they're not. So we still have a lot of work to do. Just because we have one day doesn't mean that it's all good. They're going to just give us the respect that we deserve. No, we still got a lot of work to do to get towards that point.
Absolutely, because even bringing up the police, you know, speaking on modern day and back then, slave owners hire police. Police was put in place to pretty much tame the slaves, make sure they don't get out, make sure they don't escape, make sure they don't, and that's what we go through. I've watched several big videos of police literally, wild lions, tigers and stuff roaming the streets and did not get shot or killed. But we see our brothers and sisters all day long, not even doing nothing, don't have anything, and getting shot and killed, but it's a part of the agenda as well. So that's why it's good to wake up and know your history. You know, we cannot get to where we need to be unless we know where we came from, and that's all the way back. You get what I'm saying?
That's why it's so important to unite and get jealousy and hate and just truly operate in love.
Absolutely.
Because just the other day I had made my live or whatever, and I was saying, like, you know, if everybody is operating in love, it's honestly because you know who you are. If you do not know who you are, you can't operate in love because you don't even love yourself. So whenever you come into a room, that's not the energy that it's going to bring, because you're lost. You don't know who you are. So that's what we need to work on, fixing ourselves, getting in tune with self. And we talked about that on our first episode, but I'm saying it again because a lot of people really walk around here and they really think, you know, that they got it together. But sometimes it truly takes, like, searching deep within. Like, I had to fix myself. Because I thought I was together, but it's certain things that still trigger me. It's certain things that still make me feel some type of way. It's certain things and people who make me not even fully operate in my purpose and radiate love, because I just wasn't there yet. But like God truly, He changed that for me.
That's amazing.
He changed that for me.
Amazing.
It's very
Changed
amazing.
it.
Because that's the only person that can do it, as long as we're willing to let him take the wheel.
Yep.
And like you said, we have to work on self. And just dating back again to, all right, even though slavery was ended, the mindset of being enslaved was not
That's the
ended.
one.
Because they
And
went
it's-
straight from Juneteenth to segregation.
Man.
Exactly. The mindset of it.
They went straight to segregation.
About that.
They
And that's
did.
some real-
They
they
did. So it didn't stop. So the mindset of them pitting the mothers and daughters against each other, the fathers and sons. You know, the man that's outside against the man that's inside, or the woman that's outside in the field against the woman inside. All of this was still there. So that's why we still got that crab mentality right now, because of what happened back then. Slavery got
Mind
ended,
you.
but we were still enslaved, still going on.
Mind you, segregation just ended in the 1960s.
Exactly.
So that's
It's the
not that
mindset.
long ago.
So ain't
It's,
at all.
and not at all.
Not long ago at all.
It's
Our grandparents, our parents. So you have to think about the people's parents that taught them that. See, now we're dealing with the
That.
kids of these people that got taught that. But see, the curse will be broken because now the new generation sees what the problem has been. And it was at home, you getting taught this. It kept getting carried over.
Only so many people will take the time to look at themselves and stand up to break the curse, because it takes
Right.
a whole different, mindset and strength to be able to break a generational curse.
It does.
Because
Absolutely.
at this point, that's what we're dealing with: generational curses. And it's a whole different level as to the battle that you are fighting when you're dealing with a generational curse. It's deeper than just, oh, this is what was going on with, this is what my mama did, I could just stop doing it. It's way deeper than that.
deeper. It's
Way
spiritual connections. It's soul connections. It's like almost with the spells. You had our ancestors selling their soul just so to feed their family. Yeah, you done sold your soul to the devil to make sure you and your family. But see, we're reaping that. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
it's
we are.
so deep. But when I say we them curse breaker, them big steppers,
That part.
that's what you see within this circle.
Generational.
That's
And
right.
it's truly a lifestyle change. You have to literally be willing to sacrifice your whole entire life,
Yeah.
your old life that is,
Yeah.
not hanging around the same people that you used to hang around, and literally walking in nothing but a righteous life and doing what you know that you're supposed to do,
That's
regardless of what's going on around you.
Right.
Because it's so easy to get off track.
Fall
Just
into
have to,
temptation.
you
Very.
have to stay focused.
And you
gotta-
have to. I'm sorry.
you good. Just stay around like-minded individuals, because within our group we literally have like a group chat or whatever, and within our group all we do is uplift, share knowledge,
Absolutely.
and love, and that's it, and that's all that we feel. Whenever we link, and sometimes we might have some splatters here and there, but we come back to this table and we still operate in love.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And also
not
being
about us.
authentic, because we're learning and growing as well. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's
this
right.
is all a growing, like,
It's not about us.
exactly.
Because it's
not
a daily
perfect.
battle. You're not going to get it together in one day. And like you were saying earlier, you think you have it together. But it's a battle constantly every day, because you got these energies out here every day that could be pulling you this way and that way. But you got to stay prayed up. And like you said, surround yourself with like-minded people.
Am I who I say I am? And I can honestly sit at this table today and say that I am who I say I am, because I was tested literally 2 days ago with the whole entire situation. I'm not gonna go into detail because I'm not ready to talk about it to the public yet, but it's deeper than life. It's something that I never thought I would be able to do, but I did it, and the only thing that I did was operate in love and peace. That's it.
And if
That's
you
how
don't
you got to
know,
do.
and if it's hard for you to find your purpose, that's when you tap in and ask God to reveal your purpose.
Absolutely.
Why am I here? Why did you put me here? What am I supposed to be doing? And if you speak to God, He for sure gonna speak back, and it's gonna be clear as day. You hear me?
I feel like
just
you
got
need to do
chills
you need to
singing.
look at yourself
That's
in
a
the mirror
word.
before you in order, you can know what your purpose is before you know who you are, but you need to know who you are. You need to be grounded and have a solid foundation within yourself before you step out and try and do something huge, before you can really know what your purpose is. Because how you gonna know what your purpose is if you don't know who you are?
True.
You have to do that work on the inside.
True.
Absolutely.
And
if
it don't feel good. It don't feel good.
And I've seen a lot of people not know who they truly was, but something pulled them towards a certain thing. So your purpose can actually reveal to you what you're really supposed to be doing if you really tapped into self like that. You know, like it's deep.
That's right.
Yeah.
And what you going through actually is what help you reveal what your
Absolutely.
purpose
Does
is.
every
While you
single
going through
time.
that
Absolutely.
mess, you're gonna be like, okay, you going through something. You might meet somebody, and they was like, they saying the same thing that you going through, and you sitting like, Lord, well maybe you want me to talk to them. Yeah, he do. He wants you to talk to them.
Everybody.
Usually. That's how
You
it
don't
is.
meet no one for no reason.
Right.
Everything happens for a reason, even if it's the most negative thing, period. It's all a reason for everything. And it's a purpose if you're looking for it, because some people get lost.
That's right.
Some people fall into depression. Some people don't even try to find out what it is, you know, and it's easy to fall into that. But you have to be, like you say, you live off that love, light, positivity, energy. Like, you can't go wrong. Keep God first. Stay true to self. Be authentic. You cannot go wrong.
And he literally like gives you daily instructions on what it is that you need to do. When you meditate, pray, all that, when you just tap in, and he literally will tell you everything that you need to do. Any question that you have, any idea, all of that, he gives you your instructions.
He does.
You just have to quiet your mind and listen. And when you take those instructions and actually utilize it, everything is going to flow for you because they came from the source. But if you're not connected to the source and you out here trying to go get a job so you can make some money, or you're trying to do this to make some money, you're trying to do everything, but don't none of that got to do with what God told you to do.
Absolutely.
So it's not going to work. You're gonna always have mishaps. You're gonna always. It's just gonna be a big old mess. And I had to learn the hard way, because I'd be like, I'm finna do this, but God be done already gave me my vision and idea. And I just be like, but I don't want to do it that way. Not even knowing, like, I literally have to talk to myself and be like, okay, self, get it together, because God told you to do this, so that's what you need to be doing. Well, not just use me for an example, like, with my clothing line, God will speak to me and be like, you need to do a photo shoot. And I'm like, I'm not ready for a photo shoot. I got all these excuses, not even knowing once I do this photo shoot, then I'm going to get a whole bunch of orders.
Yep.
You know, we make life harder than what it actually has to be. Like,
We
it's
do.
simple. You live, you be right, and that's it.
And
And I
what
know we're
is it?
supposed to be talking about
The
Juneteenth,
mindset. No, but this is
Well, this
really
all
falls
goes in
all
together.
falls, and that's that mindset.
Because it's a healing process still going on.
Yes,
Because we deal with the things we've been taught that our parents got taught that
It
wasn't right, and what
wasn't
their
right.
parents got
Yeah.
taught that
Yeah.
wasn't right. So
Yeah.
it's a
And that's
healing
what we
process.
live up to others' expectations.
Expectations.
Right.
Ooh, let's
Right.
get on
Right.
that.
And we can't
That's
live
good.
up to no one else's expectations. We
Because
have to
yours
be
was right.
validated within our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why you got to know who you are, what you want, which way you going. So when somebody come at you and have something negative to say, it's like, you
And
know,
you gonna bring
shit,
it, it
what
wouldn't
you
even
got
be-
to
That's what that
say?
woman tell me earlier.
Okay.
Like you was over there inquiring about the
Yeah.
program or
Like,
something. Oh
a
my
nurse
God.
had a booth set up, and she told Michaela that,
me
well,
show
you
y'all.
wouldn't be able to be
said,
a
"Ooh, you
nurse
see your hair
with
is
this
pretty."
color in your hair.
or purple, or this, or that. And
Michaela
I'm like,
said, give her my business card. Assistant, give her my business card. Because we was out there working for each other.
We really were.
And,
Absolutely.
you know, that was a whole message just in that. How you going to come at me and tell me, oh, you won't be able to keep your hair
Because
in?
of my hair
You
color?
can't be who you are, who you want
So
to
I don't
be.
have good qualities
Because I got
because of the
colored
color of my
hair. Colored hair.
And
I'm a whole
mindset.
business owner out here. I don't need that. I
Exactly.
make more than what a nurse is making.
And
You know,
that's
I'm making what an
And not to
LPN
even
or
mention, I'm
is
wearing
making.
the hair that I sell that makes more money.
okay. And
You know,
then you
it's
tapped
That
in
was
on a
something she
whole
shoulda
different
left out.
level
I'm
too.
sorry.
Yeah,
She shoulda left
shouldn't
that
have.
alone.
She didn't have to, but she was speaking real. But that goes back to what
The
we was
mind-
talking
the
about,
crab.
the mindset, and then down south.
she
Because in
didn't know.
California, you wouldn't have been able to
And
say
you
that
said
because
it.
it would have
You
been a
said
lawsuit. It's discrimination.
It is
you
discrimination.
cannot tell nobody what kind of hair. People had all different color hairs working wherever. Nurses, doctors, hot pink, blue, and if they said something, it was a lawsuit. It fell under discrimination. Like the laws and everything is so much different, but the South still the slavery. Stuck on the S.
Got that Willie Lynch syndrome going on.
Man. Yeah.
Willie Lynch.
But if you knew better, you do better.
That's it.
All
Willie
you got
Lynch
to do
goes.
is know.
Yeah.
Y'all look up Willie Lynch. It
Absolutely.
goes back before Juneteenth.
Sure
Before
does.
we were free.
Mhm.
Look it up.
You'll be
Some
glad that you
homework.
did. You'll be glad you looked it up. It's very deep.
Look
Very
it
deep.
up and meditate on it, because I mean you can look it up
And you may not even know
see and not even look into how there's similarities into our society today. You
That's
might
right.
not be able to see that,
Absolutely.
but just look at the similarities.
And
And
that's why I
regroup.
really liked the whole job offer that I got, because he was already like, he's spiritual, he big on energy and all that. And I was like, I already know. And I was like, just like I already knew I had this job. Because truthfully, y'all already know I'm not gonna go work no 9 to 5.
right.
But I know
Ma'am.
that it's not even gonna feel like work. Like they taking trips,
Right.
they do, and not only that, they making money.
See?
That's the thing.
So
And then look at the networking that's
The
going to
net-
care.
going on.
Come on.
But that's what
Come on, baby.
we haven't been exposed to. The different level of jobs that you can have.
Right.
We were just exposed to the factory work.
The factory
Our
work,
friends
you go
worked in the
Tyson,
factory.
this, that,
And
you
that's
know?
what and that made a living.
And that's who makes
And
the
I'm
most
not
money
knocking
too.
it.
Think about it. Up and down there, you making bread.
Yeah.
If you at
It's
GP,
crazy.
GP
Said that.
Tyson. If you in the assembly line
But
working
key-
factory
it's
work
crazy
and all
you
that.
said
Key
that.
word, a living.
A living.
That's
She
it.
said it,
That's
y'all. I
Yeah.
went to
Nothing
the
more, nothing
unemployment
less.
office going to apply for Tyson, and I saw insurance agent, no experience needed. I say
That was
Tyson, no experience needed. I went through the walkthrough at Tyson still, but I applied for the insurance job too. Went through the walkthrough in Tyson. I said I won't be back. I got hired, but I won't be back. This is on a Friday. I saw the chickens flying over my head. I won't be biting. I'm done. This ain't for tab. Been doing insurance
then-
ever since. Then got my nursing degree. You know, it's
Absolutely, it was levels.
The
to it.
mindset.
It was
And
going
that's
through
how
them levels.
That's how I feel.
It was
This
levels.
job,
But I don't knock nobody though, but it wasn't for me.
Because I was just applying for like random jobs, because I'm like, I gotta get this money to invest. I don't care what I gotta do at
Right,
this point. I ain't
right.
going to McDonald's, Taco
No.
Bell, and not to knock it, but that ain't gonna bring me the funds that I need.
That was the
Right,
lifestyle you trying to live.
Right.
So then
Come
these
on.
people just randomly so happen to call me, and then he got to talking. He like, I'm not even looking for employees. I'm looking for business partners. I'm like, oh, we cool.
That was perfect. And that's another reason why I have not left the pharmacy. I'm gonna be retired, but pharmacy has given us so much insight, even with what I do, it goes against what I sell. I work it every day, but I sell natural remedies. You get what I'm saying? But it also taps me in because I can tell them when something finna come along. We got a whole shipload of woo 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 woo. It's finna be a virus to hit. It's finna be something to go on because I see that.
Then you
I
see
work
the side effects of everything that y'all giving these people monthly, all their prescriptions. So you know what it's causing.
Everything.
It's helping
Helping
somebody,
them
causing
help
hello.
you.
Hello, somebody.
I be at work giving his card. Here you go, sister.
That's it.
Because Tab stepped out and broke the mold and went ahead and applied for her insurance job. She put me up on game, and they paid for our license. They sent us to. We've had jobs to send us to Dallas. We've had jobs to send us to pay for the room for us to go to Little Rock. When we come back, you got a check waiting on you to reimburse. Like, it's a whole nother level of employment out there that we are not aware of, that we're not exposed to. You have to research. You have to read. They didn't want us to read, so why are we sitting up not reading now? Like, it don't even make any sense.
That's right.
Mindset.
That's mindset.
But then this new YOLO stuff, that's all you hear. Is listening to music, they ain't even got no words. What is
Then they up here.
here?
What's this? Why they be out there?
Okay, yeah, what is that?
Baby,
It is
where's your
long.
Suicide. What's
where's
going
your
on?
bank account?
I'm
What's going on?
gonna tell you what messed these kids up in this generation. I'm gonna tell you what it was. Technology.
Yeah, that's what
I told my
happened.
little brothers to make me a grocery list. They talking about some spell Skittles. What? No, you spell Skittles.
You want them?
You sound it out. And you spell Skittles.
Boy, Google ain't slowed these kids down.
This the technology,
They
you
the
guys.
screwed up
I
click.
see it. I see it.
And that is not a lie, because even me, like,
Yeah.
my fiance
My
get my
phone got hot
phone
this
sometimes,
morning.
and he'll be like, why was you Googling this? It be stupid stuff like define playground. Like, why are you Googling this?
But that's just the
Spell
the
niece.
juice.
Is the E coming first or the I?
thing
Spell
is-
niece.
Look. Oh no,
What?
I didn't spell naive. You know, they somebody your name.
Wake
back in the day, our ancestors had to go through. They couldn't read, they couldn't write, they didn't have this knowledge, and if they tried to learn it, they would be beaten or even killed. And now you have today's world where they have this knowledge out here for us, and you can't even kill us to make us read. And it's sad, man. It's the knowledge.
And now that we have gotten our shows on the road, and you guys will actually be seeing more of us. Every time that we film, we're going to try to have a special guest. So today, for Juneteenth, and I'm so excited, we have our first special guest on our show, and it's my fiance, Mr. Scott.
Calvin Scott, welcome.
We are so excited to have him.
Hello, ladies.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
First of all, I just want to be thankful that y'all got me on the show, and I'm sorry I missed the first wake up call, but I got the second one. I'm a little late, but I'm here. What I want to do today, I want to just give a message, and it's about empowerment, black empowerment, and what we need to work on. We need to gain unity within our people. Unity is very important within the black community. It means everything. It's a backbone. It's our stronghold. We need each other, and a lot of things is not the same as it used to be. And we need to understand that our kids and the younger generation is coming under us are very, very important. It used to come a time where if a kid was acting out or they needed assistance, the people in the community would reach out and help them, or discipline them. But if you do that today, it will cause an issue, with the mothers or with the fathers. And, you can't do this to my son, and don't say that to my daughter. But we have to understand that it takes a village to raise a child. And we used to always hear that, and I never understood it until I had kids of my own. And we need to get that unity back within our people. Even with just small things, we have to gain trust again. We don't have trust, and just simple little deeds as like you might be in the store and there might be some younger kids behind you, in front of you. I do it all the time. I pay for their stuff. If they're behind me or they're in front of me, I pay for it. I talk to them, and you treat them like people. When you talk to them, try not to be like a teacher, but like more so a friend, Because sometimes, even though they might don't listen, that seed will be planted, and it'll be there. And when something happens in their life, they're going to remember that, and it's going to take a sprout, and it's going to grow, and it's going to stick with them. And today is very important because Juneteenth is now an actual federal holiday. But we can't stop there. We have to keep going. We can't accept this and just take that for what it is. We want more. We want what we deserve. We got to think about a generation wealth. We have to think about owning and having our own communities, our own hospitals, our own police stations, our own grocery stores, our own salons, our own gas stations, our own schools. Those are the things that we need to push forward. We don't need no more young thugs. We need Malcolm X's. We need Larry Hoovers. We need those kind of brothers. We don't need that. Just if you was to see, we need to protect each other. Even if you're going down the street and you see the police got a brother or sister pulled over, stop, watch. Don't take your phone out or just speed off. Stop. And what that'll do, that'll put awareness within the community and the law enforcement. They're going to know that we there and we protect them. And the elderly people, be respectful. One thing that I understand and I learned throughout my time is it's nothing new under the sun. Mm-hmm. And in the simplest form, what that means, whatever you going through or whatever you experience in life, it already happened. They done been through that. And we need to understand that older people are libraries. Mm-hmm. You see, they full of knowledge. And literature, they full of it. And when they die, it's like burning down a library. So while they're alive, we need to soak up and get as much information and knowledge that we can from those people. You know, because those are the people that was before us. They experienced some of the things that we never experienced. You know, you have to think about it. Segregation and was just 60 years ago or so. You know, and some of those people were alive at that time. They experienced that. So that was my message for today. You know, unity, trust, and protection.
Absolutely.
And with that, peace and love.
And I like how you brought up that with the old people, because they're like libraries. And that goes back to me going and saying, you know, the slaves and things, we couldn't have knowledge. We couldn't read and things.
Right.
So the things that they know is actually from experience. It's not nothing they read, you know. It's actual experience. And it's so beautiful. Man, brother.
I literally talked to a
Give me
man.
some, brother. All right, so here we go, y'all.
Look.
It's been a great day. Let's recap of what we did today,
Let's
y'all.
go.
All
So
right.
we went to the parade. We were in the parade throwing our candy, giving our water bottles, just spreading love and peace. And we even, you know, did a little networking and all of that. It was just truly a great experience to be a part of history, and especially for the first time that it's actually being celebrated. Like, the energy has just been over the top amazing. I love it here.
Especially being an actual national holiday, that's beautiful. Because one thing about our people, you ain't have to make it no national holiday, but we was gonna do this anyway.
We're gonna celebrate
We was gonna do
What?
it anyway.
They did celebrate anyway.
And we, yes, they did.
Just
They
now making
did.
it
They
a
just
holiday.
made it a national
But I
holiday.
promise
we
you,
always
I celebrate
celebrate it.
being black every day because I thank God
And that's
every
it.
day.
And
for
that's
who
not
I
something
am.
that we need to, you know, make just once a year
Come on
on
now.
a special day. We live this. We
And
live
that's
by
another
it.
thing
It's a
that I wanted to
lifestyle.
It's
touch
a
on.
lifestyle.
I wanted to touch on just really, really quick, because a lot of people, like, they have a problem with shopping black businesses because a lot of people don't know how to run their businesses professionally because they have never been taught that way. So take your time with those people. Just give them some games. Tell them. Just
Right.
reach out to them if they doing something wrong. I just
That's right.
did it literally the other day on my Facebook. I just shed light on the whole situation with a business owner. Teach them, let them know, and shop black because we are literally all we got. You can go right up the street and shop with somebody else and spend your coins. They don't care nothing about you.
At
But the
all.
connection that you build with that black business owner, it's gonna continue to go up and up and up. And who's to say that they can't teach you something that you don't already know? So stop being like that. Operate in love.
And that's them 2 L's, love and loyalty. You hear me? Be loyal to the people that's really loyal to us, because the people that we give our dollars to, they have not 1 ounce of loyalty to us. We just making them richer and ourselves poor. So make it make sense.
Come on,
Use your
somebody.
brain.
Think rich, look poor.
Come on. Come on, somebody.
I love this.
Y'all, it's been great.
We
I've
can wrap
enjoyed
it
y'all
up
so
now.
much today.
It's a wrap.
I've enjoyed y'all today, man.
Celebrating the real 4th of July.
The real one.
The real Independence
Now,
Day.
guess what? We're going to be making money on 4th of July.
Man, and that's what we gon' cause we
That's what we
setting
gonna
up
be
and
doing.
making money
We gonna
on
be
our
with our
day.
boots.
Popping out nail firecrackers.
I love it.
So, like,
I wish we could just get
Oh,
like a
my
big
fire-
fire.
firecrackers today.
Man,
that's right. But we're going to eat some food down there. We're going to eat good.
No, absolutely.
And make sure you really get the message. Don't shoot.
Don't shoot.
My hands up.
That's
Ugly
true.
truth.
I'm a revolutionary.
That's how we ended it. That's how we ended it
Bow,
right
bow.
there.
Try Jesus, not us.
Okay.
Cause Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. And guess what? We just been going good again. So
Absolutely.
you gonna see way
And we
more
will
of
see
us.
y'all next
We dropping
time.
next month with this show.
We
See
back
y'all.
outside.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up. Cash your checks, get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up. Cash your checks, get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up. Cash your checks, get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up.
And with that being
Like, this is
said,
dope.
it was
All right. And we presented it.
Calvin, you
We presented it.
Yeah.